What's going on, guys? Play by Play Game here, back with another Epic 7 video, and today we're trying out Spirit Eye Celine, and I've been having a lot of fun in arena with her. She's actually, when she pops off, it's a lot of fun. So we're taking a look at her on a speed pen set today. She's not insanely fast, 230-ish speed, 3.5k attack, 1200 defense, 8k health, about 300 crit damage, and she's also not max molded. Here, when we first started testing her out, I really liked her damage, and I really liked everything that she was doing. So we said, you know what, we're gonna give her some molas. We weren't able to plus 15 her because F2P life, we don't have enough catalysts. So we got to farm some more catalysts to be able to give her more molas, but for now, she's doing just fine with what she has. You really want her to get off the S3. That's kind of what I noticed, and you want to bring damage mitigation in with her if you're bringing into her arena. So we got Pyllis, Phyllis here, and we're bringing her against the Violets. So we're bringing in extra damage mitigation for our Celine because we want her to survive and not just get destroyed turn one, not get to do anything. But you'll see her here go with her counter. We do proc a Dust Devil because she is on Dust Devil right now. And her biggest issue, though, is control, right? Is control, strippers, debuffers, except that on her S1, with Nimble Sword, she dispels one debuff before attacking the enemy. Right, and then the Nimble Sword penetrates a target's defense by 35%. So there is a 35% chance that she uses Nimble Sword instead of Mighty Strike, which is just her bonk, right, with the sheath. If she does have that possession buff, that's why you want to go with the S3. She doubles the 35% chance. So you want to penetrate defense by 35%, and then we have her on a pen set. So that's even more defense that we're penetrating, right? Trying to do as much damage as possible here. Of course, not max mola, because you really want to max mola this hero if you're planning on pulling for her and using her, because she's a straight up damage unit. And so straight up DPS units really need that plus 15. I think if you're thinking about what skill ups to focus on, for sure her S1, because that's what she's going to be using. That's her bread and butter, right? You go with the S3, and then she starts proccing the S1. You go with the speed if you're getting a lot of turns in, or you're proccing the S1 off of counters. Again, ideally you want to bring her in with some type of damage mitigation. Otherwise, you have the potential to just get blown up, since a lot of units now counter or they AoE attack. It's very easy for you to get dual attacked as well, right? Even if you get hit, you can't get one-shotted, right, because of her passive. But then someone follows up with a dual attack, or someone counters you after that, or something, something like that. So you really want to bring in damage mitigation if you can in arena, which, I mean, it shouldn't be that difficult. I've seen some people bring her in with FCC, kind of like what T-Surin, like the T-Surin comp was in the past, right? You bring in FCC, she gets low on health. The barrier gives her additional HP, the ability to survive, and then she just heals with her S3, right? But here, Celine actually heals with her S1. So the more damage that you do, the more that she's gonna heal. That's why I was thinking, maybe she'd be a really good candidate for lifesteal set. But at the same time, you want her to cycle as fast as possible, because you want to deal damage, right? But I mean, you can always build her kind of like bruiser-ish, right? Where you just kind of rely on her counters. You could make her like insanely slow, put her on immunity, like immunity counter or something like that. But at the same time, you really want the S3, right? You want the S3 because with the S3, you get that possession, and then with the S1, you get a chance to hit with her, I guess, upgraded skill, right? Which dispels one debuff from when she's attacking, and then penetrates defense. So I don't know. I mean, I think you could build her a couple of different ways. As I mentioned, we only have her on speed set right now. 230-ish speed isn't even that fast. I think that if you are building her on speed set, maybe you want her like 240, 250 plus. I'm sure if you have insane speed gear, you could throw it on her and then put in some work. But if you're doing speed, I think that you're going for the S3 first. You saw Dust Devil there just kind of being insane. AOL, bringing her into AOL because why not? We got Kekwarrick, so we're gonna bring our boy Kekwarrick in here. We proc another Dust Devil. Maybe if we would have had all the Molas on the S1, we could have killed her, right? We could have taken AOL out. We misplay here because we go with the S3 on Ravi, but we don't like AOL because we don't have AOL. So we're just gonna go with the S3 here. We're able to cleanse everything, get attack buff. And that's another thing that I really liked about being able to bring her in Arena. You got 4 units, so you can definitely bring an attack buffer with her, which is going to increase her damage dealt by a lot. So giving her attack buff, if you're able to get off the S3, you'll get the possession, and then she'll be able to start countering. But we got another Pyllis mini showcase here, bringing in our Celine with damage mitigation. Those counters aren't doing as much damage with that Violet, right? Because we got Pyllis. But as you can see, Celine goes down because she's only 8k HP. So kind of keep that in mind. If you don't have enough mitigation or enough DPS units, I guess, to play really aggressively, and they decide to focus her down or strip or even stun, right? Because she can still get stunned even though she can cleanse on the S1. You got to be real careful with that. On this one, we're going up against another Violet because he is on a lot of these defenses right now. So we're testing him out. We're trying to go anti-evasion. We're bringing our girl Ravi in as well with Pyllis or Phyllis, whatever you want to call her. And, Phyllis has actually been really, really nice as well with her specialty change now. Giving so much damage mitigation. Look at that. That Violet did only 800 damage to the Ravi. Now, of course, he has attack break, but we got attack break, and then we got the 30% damage reduction, and then we got Aureus, right? So he pretty much did nothing there. And the great thing about Phyllis here is that her S3 hits you with the provoke, right? So you don't necessarily have to go on Violet. You can go on any other unit, right? And here we're keeping that Landy from S3ing us, right? Because we have immortality. FCC goes with the S3, and then we counter, and we actually proc the Mighty Strike, right? So the Mighty Strike, that actually allows us to penetrate the defense, and no, Nimble Sword, that's what it's called, Nimble Sword. So Nimble Sword is the one that penetrates 35%. Mighty Strike is the bomb, right? But you can see that she's actually dealing pretty decent damage. I mean, we got some mitigation on that side, and putting in work. Phyllis provoking that Violet and pretty much locking him down, right? So she's actually doing her job, and most units that are built with like hit chance meant to counter unit sometimes don't always counter that unit. And you'll see here, not a lot of damage. We do soul burn here for the extra turn, and we decide to go on the Ruel because we want to get rid of that skill melt. But after this, Ruel brings back the Landy. We're able to get another provoke in, again, providing a lot of utility Phyllis here. We're able to, I think, keep working on the Landy, but once we cycle back with the Celine, I think we can do the S3 here, right? Do we land defense break? Yeah. So we resist this one because that's a 15%. We have 0 effect res on our Spirit Isolate. So with defense break, about 12k, so not too bad, not too shabby. Not insane damage, but still, doing pretty good for the speed. Now, she isn't going to be like a one-shot kill unit. She's kind of more like a reactive, right? Because you want the team to AoE you, to hit you so you can proc those counters, and then be able to hopefully proc the enhanced attack, right? Getting that 35% chance when you don't have possession feels bad, but there's still a 35% chance that you land it. The soul burn is actually kind of nice. We did get a couple of times where it procced, and then Dust Devil procced after that, which is a lot of fun. But here we go. Here's Celine. As I mentioned, you know, we gave her more molas now. So before, I think she was only like +3 on the S1 and like +3 on the S2. Here are her stats: 3.5k attack, 1.2k defense, 230 speed, and then everything else 96 crit, 300 crit damage, and she's been pretty good. I can't wait to try it out in GVG and RTA, see how she does with more molas now that she has. I'm sure she'll be able to do a little bit more damage. Here's Phyllis. We got her on a speed immunity set, and she has just defensive stats, right? A little bit of effect res, 203 speed. Main thing is defense, and she does her job on Arius, providing a lot of damage mitigation, triple S. +15 to her out. She is a free unit. If you decide to pick her up, I believe you can farm 9-8 for those monsters, and then you should be GG. But let me know your thoughts about Spirit Celine. Were you able to pick her up? If so, how are you building her? How are you liking her? How are you liking Phyllis? Let me know in the comment section below. Like always, if you haven't enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hey, think about subscribing. It really helps the channel grow and reach more people like you who like content like this. Like always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.